All right, in this video, we're going to go through the top 20 questions B2B sellers have asked us to close more deals and up-level their software sales career. I'm here with Morgan Ingram. He's the LinkedIn top voice for 4 times. He's trained over 50,000 sales reps. He's partnered with top companies like Slack, Salesforce, and Google, major content creator on LinkedIn and YouTube. And if you're new to the channel, my name is William Padilla. I've been in software sales for about 6 years. You might know me on TikTok as Sell That SaaS. YouTube, I'm trying to really blow up with the evergreen long form content. And I think this video is going to be really important for all sellers everywhere to up-level their sales career and close more deals. So Morgan's back in town. He was training companies for the last 2 to 3 weeks on the road, different cities, Nashville, you name it. He was there. And I think you guys are going to love this episode where Morgan's going to go through the top 20 questions he's gotten. So Morgan, it's great to have you here.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here, y'all. And I have them all written down. My team wrote down a ton of these. So we're just going to riff off them. And I know it's going to be beneficial for y'all. So the first place I want to start with is we had a massive debate about this one. And a lot of people wonder what to do here is LinkedIn InMails, like the ones you send on Sales Navigator, InMails, are they completely dead? Do they work? What's your take on this?
My take is, I'm going to say a no-go. I don't
Okay,
really feel like they work. I feel like they are an extra touch point that could maybe add to having your name be recognizable, but I think most people just decline them.
Okay. So I agree with you, but there's one caveat.
All right.
There's one caveat, and I'm really shocked by this. So there's someone that I've talked to multiple times. They've downloaded my assets, and they said that Sales Nav InMails work for them, but they don't use it as a normal message. So what they do is they'll be like, "Hey, Will, I sent you an email with this subject line. Check it out." And that's it. So they're not writing something to like sell somebody. They're just telling them that they did something, which like goes against things that I was taught, but they get well thought out responses, or people go and check out that email. So if you're going to use InMail, I agree with you. Like most of it's like a pretty much a black hole, but if you are going to use it, you have 150 a month, you might as well go say, "Hey, check out this email I sent," or "Check out the video I sent." That's my own one caveat to it.
I like it. I mean, you do have 150 a month, and it's just that extra touch point. And if you could point someone back to the value in the email, why not?
100%.
Yeah.
So that was one I want to start with. The other one that was a very common question that a lot of people had, and this is coming to you because you're in the weeds on this right now, was the account executives. So I had a lot of workshops with them, and one of the questions they had was, I don't want to be an SDR. I'm not making 1,000 cold calls a day. I'm not doing 50 cold emails. How do I go about and prospect throughout my day so that I can be successful?
I mean, I probably need you to have the answer on this because
I gotta call. But you're in the weeds though, so I gotta answer. But
I'll say, as someone who's in the weeds, it's really difficult.
Yeah,
it's really difficult. I think I'm more sporadic, where if I have a couple hours to kill, I'll just research the people I need to, put them in a cold call sequence, call down the list, email, connect with everyone on LinkedIn, and then an email comes in with an active deal that's like, "Hey, we need this," and my attention shifts immediately.
Yeah.
So I'm very sporadic, and I think a lot of account executives are like that.
Yeah. That was the main conversation. I'll tell you what I told them, and especially if you're strategic, mid-markets is strategic. Like this should be you. If you're high velocity, this is not going to apply as much. Not to think of the normal ways of prospecting, but think about how can you do more activations. So how can you get customers and clients together in a room that's not a dinner? How can you invite them to axe throwing?
Super fun.
Bowling, Top Golf. Like most AEs have a level of expense or stipend they can use to bring clients in. And I said, right now we're in a game of trust. And if I can get more trust with my ecosystem of clients and potential clients, that's the best way to prospect as an AE if you have the opportunity to do so and you have like a small target account list. Like if you have 50 to 200 accounts, like that's what I would be doing.
I've never tried that.
Yeah.
And it sounds
and every other month,
legit.
you already are gonna go do something fun anyways. You might
Right.
as well bring people along and make some money too.
Like do a targeted city approach where you
Yeah.
just the company's there. Hey, this Thursday or next Thursday,
Yeah.
come to a Top Golf event where we're gonna talk about influencer marketing and
Yeah.
free Top Golf and free food. Like, hope to see you there. Register here, and you just build like a little landing page.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and you could do personalized invites too, 10 to 20 people,
Yeah,
right? It doesn't need to be like hundreds of people. It's
Mm.
just you're just getting connected with the buyer, getting FaceTime. That's something personally I'm doing as a business owner, but
That'd
I
be
was telling people
nice.
as AEs, I was like, every other month. I'm not saying you do every month, but every other month is going to help you. You're going to at least get out there. You're going to get in the field. You're going to get really good insight. And people want connection right now.
they do want connection,
Yeah,
in person stuff.
100%.
I've never tried that,
It's something to try.
and
out.
I would love to do that.
I mean, you would thrive on that.
I would. I used to sell in person in Chicago, so
Yeah.
I just did that for a while.
Pick a city, go there for a couple days.
And the crazy thing is like people actually do show up to stuff like that
They do.
because they're kind of just craving in person.
Just
Something
want
free.
something.
It's like,
please.
oh, this rep from this company that software is actually kind of interesting is doing something, and I
Yeah.
get to do it for free.
Yeah.
Like,
Why not?
why not?
Right.
I like
then,
that.
And then people get buzzed from it. So that's what I was telling some people. A lot of people really took that to heart, and they'll take some action in the next couple of weeks. Obviously, this was like 2 weeks ago and last week. So we'll see how this all pans out. Event season's among us. So
Yes, it is.
it's
Are
the time.
you on the road a lot soon?
So I actually am not going to as many events unless I'm speaking.
Mm,
However, there are events that are coming here to Phoenix,
nice.
and I'm planning.
B2BMX?
Yeah. Oh, no. Actually, no, it's not.
No.
It's actually in Cali.
Oh, no way.
They will move to Cali.
Oh.
But Forrester's is coming here.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm planning to do is mini activation events around that. But no, I'm not going to go to as many events unless I'm being asked to speak. If not, I found that just attending like it isn't as impactful to me unless I'm speaking.
Mm,
So if I'm speaking, good. If I'm not, then if I'm invited to activation event, I will, or I'll do something around that. But I'm really just maximizing my time of what we're doing now, like YouTube and answering
Fun.
questions and just getting
Yeah.
up with clients. Like that's where I'm at right now.
super valuable.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Next one is okay. This one is a interesting debate because a lot of people are now being asked to do more cold calls as SMB account executives or sales leaders that are watching or SDRs. I have been working with a lot of SDR teams, especially, and they're being asked to do more calling than usual or get back to normal standards like we were maybe 10 years ago. So the question is, should people leave voicemails? And if they should, what should they say? And if they should not, state your case.
I've always left voicemails,
Mhm.
but I'll only leave voicemails if the voicemail of the prospect says their name.
Okay, talk
So
to
if it's
us.
just like,
What do you mean by that? What are you
So-
talking about?
so if you just call someone and it says you've reached 754, I don't 100% know if that's really their number,
Okay,
right? Because people change numbers all the time.
That's a good
Zoom
point.
Info, different number systems,
Yeah.
Apollo. You don't know exactly if that's 100% their number.
yeah,
But if they say, hey, you've reached Will at, I'm 100% leaving a voicemail. So actually, if they don't say their name, I won't even leave a voicemail.
yeah,
But if it is their name, I leave voicemail and I say, hey, I just sent you an email. Point to this. Check this out. No need to
Mm.
give me a call back. I learned that a while back where I think I learned that early on in software sales. I forgot who told me to do that. I was probably 24, 25.
yeah,
And I always email them, subject line, just left you a voicemail.
yeah.
And it works. I closed like a 4-pack maybe 4 months ago with like
What's a 4-pack?
a 4-pack
Like
is
Gatorade? Like, what are you saying? To give people context, so we don't know what a 4-pack is. You are just slinging Gatorade? I thought you were in SAS.
If it is Gatorade, it's got to be the blue flavor. It's got to be blue.
Blue? Nah, I'm with the yellow.
That's top tier. I was gonna say
yeah,
yellow is definitely in the top
yeah,
top
yellow,
contenders.
Yellow is legit. Anyways.
4-pack was just like I cold called one company. She needed what I was selling,
Yeah.
and then hit me with 3 different referrals. So like,
Okay. Cool.
So like, literally from her, 4 deals occurred.
Heard. Okay.
Yeah. So it was from the subject line. I just left you a voicemail.
Yeah.
Now, again, one thing we always talk about, and I'll pause here after I say this, but a lot of it's timing. The timing of the cold call and the timing of the email where, funny you called. We're actually just about to cancel our contract with so-and-so. Great timing. Like a lot of things in sales are timing.
It's timing.
But I want to hear your take
on the voicemail.
On the voicemail.
Well, I may have taught you that, but that is the structure I coach people.
Probably taught me.
I might have coached you on that.
Like
one.
legit 6 years ago.
Yeah. It's the reverse voicemail is what we call it. So no need to call me back, telling them proactively where to go so that you're not rescinding. So it's the opposite of what I said on the email. So yeah, I'm the same way. Also, to add to that though, I think a lot of people, yes, you don't want to leave the voicemail because you're like, oh, if I leave a voicemail, they're going to know I'm a sales rep and delete me and not want to talk to me. And I used to be like that rep, and I used to coach people that. You don't want to just skip the voicemails and then you finally get someone on the phone and your voice cracks. Think about it, right? Hey guys, like Mickey Mouse. Like, we're not trying to be Mickey Mouse here. Like, we're not converting as Mickey Mouse. So my whole point is that like you're doing the voicemail to get your voice trained up. So when someone answers the phone, you're ready. That's also the other benefit of the voicemail. Yeah.
That's fire. What do you think about if a rep told you what I told you? I won't leave a voicemail if they don't say their name.
See, I've never heard that. And the thing is, like, I think that's 100% fair. I think the other thing that I would say though as well is I would just continuously leave that voicemail for the fact of saying you're still training your voice. And also most people don't listen to the voicemail, so they can at least read the transcript. So you're not losing at the end of the day.
You're not losing.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay, so let's go back to the AEs. So in most of the sessions with AEs, they were asking me, I'm talking to one point of contact in the deal. We know that's obviously what you don't want to do, right? Like you want to be multi-threaded.
Happens more than I'd like to admit.
And you want deal insurance, right? So how are
for
you
small little deals?
How are you multi-threading in your deals, leveraging LinkedIn?
This could kind of go down a lot of different tracks.
Yeah, sure.
I'll just say like from someone who like myself who's daily basis on a disco call.
Yep.
I would say every disco call I connect with the person I'm going to meet with, I look through their relevant contacts in their department. So influencer marketers, coordinators, directors, CMOs. Now, I really want to lead with trust in the buyer.
Yep.
And so let's just say they show up alone. I'll obviously work with them directly, ask them questions. Of course, I'll ask the question at the end, hey, would anyone else feel left out if they weren't on the demo as well? I got that from you. It's a great tip. And if I know there's other contacts and they still say no, I will name drop them and I'll say, okay, so-and-so, just out of curiosity, before we schedule this, I noticed so-and-so is the CMO, is the marketing director. Has this been discussed with them yet in regards to your search for an influencer marketing platform?
Yeah.
If they tell me, yes, everything's all good, I already talked to them, I'll say, well, typically the best next step is to get them involved earlier rather than later.
Yep.
There's always questions that come up, and we actually would probably save a call, because what's going to happen is we'll go through the demo, you'll tell them about it, they're going to have a lot of questions, and we're going to need to get on a call anyways.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? And just putting it in their court. And if they're still like, no, they're really busy, I'm not going to be that guy to push. I'll say, okay, cool. But I want to try and get people looped in as much as possible. Now, that's the front end.
Yeah.
The back end is if the deal's not moving and I know for a fact that so-and-so is supposed to be involved, I'll directly connect with them on LinkedIn, message them, talking to so-and-so, excited to get you guys going. Do you have any questions for me? I want to personally reach out to you.
Yeah.
It's funny because it has upset some end users, but then I just realized, well, that was never the right account anyways.
Yeah.
Because if it upsets someone, then this was never a legit buying opportunity.
It probably wasn't.
But a lot of times the CMOs or CEOs that I message are like, why didn't Olivia get back to him? And then they're having a conversation with their colleague of like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And it's sometimes What I've learned recently is that sometimes pressure is actually a really good thing. I think people really need to get pressed like in a healthy way to get things moving.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I have to have a healthy amount of pressure on me to be able to move things along.
Yeah.
And people will get involved and deals will happen. But that's my take on multi-threading.
Yeah. I think those are all really solid. I don't have anything else to add to that. And I want to move into AI a little bit because a lot of the questions were AI
It's
related.
big.
And
Everyone's talking about best tools, what to use.
everyone is. So I think we're going to go on a AI rabbit hole here real quick. And I'm making an assumption. So you can tell me if I'm wrong. But my assumption is when you were a rep, most of an SDR, you probably schedule most of your meetings on the phone.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay. Not as much email.
Email too.
Okay.
It was a different time.
That's true. That's true.
This is 2020.
That's so crazy. Yeah, you're right. The reason I'm going with this question is because I had multiple reps. They were like, hey, I'm really good on the phone.
Okay.
I book like 80% of my meetings from the phone.
Legit.
But they're like, I can't get anything on LinkedIn or email when I write because I overthink it. I'm a talker. So the question they had is, how can I take my talking and correlate that to written, leveraging AI? And I have some thoughts on that I shared with them, but I'm curious if that's something that you've been thinking about on how to communicate faster because you're probably more of a talker than maybe a writer. And for a lot of people listening in, this might be you where it's like, yeah, I kill it on the phones, but like, I just can't communicate in the writing style.
I'll say if someone they can call more than they email, they have a huge advantage because then they could do what I did is you could just default to just called you. Like that could literally
that could be it. Yeah.
That could be your subject.
That could be it. Yeah.
But I also went to journalism school, so I really learned how to write and structure well.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's I would just always say like optimize for mobile. Most of these people, these VPs, they're actually not chained behind a desk like maybe a coordinator is for 40 hours a week. Like they're in and out of meetings. They're probably traveling. Like they're busy people. And so you're going to optimize for mobile by just having them open it on their phone and say, very quick and concise, oh, this is relevant. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Yeah. That's what I would say is just keep it concise.
I agree. I told them as well to add on to this, it doesn't matter really what you use. I think Claude's the best at this point.
It is.
And for the very quick context, the reason Claude is the best is all of their executives, if you go look at them, they're like all come from Salesforce. So I know that they're up to something.
When are you getting a partnership with them?
I don't know.
No, I'm being serious. Do you see how much money they're spending on creators right now?
I know, it's wild. It's wild. I just spent $100. I'm doing $100 a month license right now. I upped it all the way and it's doing wild stuff. And I don't think I'm even scratching the surface, to be honest with you. Like the stuff it's doing, I'm like,
you need a partnership.
Yeah, bro. Hey, shout out Claude. But the thing is, and they're bringing a lot of people like SDR leaders that I know. They're asking to like build up the infrastructure. So go to market is their move, right? And so I would encourage you all to use Claude. If you want to use Gemini and GPT, that's fine. But I think Claude's the best. My whole point is that you can build projects in Claude. And what I've been telling reps is you have the benefit that I don't have, which is you have a team of people that are sending out messages and you have a faster feedback loop. So find the top messages that are writing or emails and put them into the project. And then when you write an email, just talk into Claude as if you were making the cold call to the person. Like imagine you got them on the phone and you had the opportunity to talk to them. So do that, and then it will correlate into the email. So just double down on your strength is what I'm telling people. Like if you're not a good writer, like that, like I can write, but it's not the first thing I'm going to think about. I'd rather pick up the phone and talk to you or send a video. So much faster for me personally. Some people are better at writing though, but you have to lean into that and make it easier for you. So that's my advice on the AI side.
There's so much going on with AI. We could talk like you are like a super weapon now with AI now as an AE or an SDR if you know how to use it properly.
Yeah.
Like I've been on, dude, Lovable. You check out Lovable recently?
I haven't. I know there's Replit, there's Lovable. I know
Replit,
there's
Lovable.
so many. Well, talk to us about it, because that was one of the questions in here. Was one of the reps was like, what are the 3 AI use cases that I should be focusing on as a sales rep? And SDR and AE asked that. So I know it's different, but I was very fascinated, and we had like a 30-minute conversation on it across the entire team. And it was cool what we came up with, but I'm curious what you think.
I made a video on TikTok about this subject where I said, hey, if you're an AE, I have 3 top AI
Okay.
tools for you.
Talk to us.
Number 1, Claude. Same.
Yeah.
You 100% need Claude. Feed it that transcript from your call. Have it do a concise follow-up for you. Have it analyze what to prepare for the next demo. Have it do research for you pre-call. Like Claude is the best AI responsive tool you can have by far. So 100% agree with you. Second, Lovable or Replit or any of those. I use Lovable. Lovable sponsor me. Trying to get this. No, but it is legit.
Yeah.
It is. You can feed it a call transcript, talk to it just like you can Claude, and it can build you a responsive website, legit website, or a PDF follow-up that you can use for business decks, proposals, whatever, in exactly the type of format that is for your company by graphic design and all that. So Lovable, I haven't heard of Replit, or I've heard of Replit, haven't used it. I know it's legit.
Yeah.
Would check that out. And then the third is, I actually don't even know if I want to shout them out because they were trying to lowball me, but their software's actually.
Maybe we should bleep him out once he says
No.
Wait, we sorry about you. We bad. My bad.
No, I'll shout him out. I'll give him some free press because hey, what comes around goes around. So the company's called Storylane.
Okay.
And it's actually super legit for building personalized demos.
Yeah.
So if you're an account executive, someone comes in, they have a massive team. We're talking enterprise deals. You don't have the time to jump on a demo with every single member. There's going to be too many. So it's going to be so-and-so from engineering saying, hey, can you give us a walkthrough or a trial account for this specific feature? Well, we know as account executives, trials slow down deals massively. So instead of building an actual trial sandbox for them to log in and mess around in, you can build an interactive Storylane demo with AI where you can record your screen and then they can go ahead and click and experience the platform without actually being in a formal trial process. So it just speeds things up. But those are the top 3 for AEs. Claude is every one of my teams go to. Like the whole company is
so locked in.
We have the $100 plan too. Dude, every single person.
I'm blown away at what it can do right now. And again, I know I'm not even touching it. That's the crazy part.
What is the primary use case for you outside of, it sounds like you're building an agent to be responsive for you.
Yeah, I got the number 1 or just like give a couple? Like,
yeah, you can give a couple.
I'd say the agent part or the product part is so I have somebody, his name is Garrett. Shout out to Garrett. He follows me to every in-person talk. It films it. So this is
so legit.
This is about 4 to 8 hours of content. And so now we're taking those transcripts, I'm feeding it into Claude, and now I'm going to have a lot of data around what reps really actually care about. It's not going to be theory anymore. And it also has me coaching in certain styles. So I'm having Claude break down my coaching style so we can make it an actual framework. Once it has enough hours, it'll be good. So it has about 10 right now. I'd say the next, probably if we come back here in 6 months, it'll have probably over 100. And it'll be able to really start picking up trends on how I talk to people and communicate. What are the common questions we keep getting? What are outlier questions? What are the questions we get based on industry?
Wow.
Like I'm super excited about it. Yeah.
It could be like a responsive AI chatbot that people can, you can gate it for a paid subscription.
Yeah. So it's in the process. That's super fun. The other thing that I look at is just messaging. I'm just trying to see like how good can this really get?
Yeah.
Can it be identical to me and things of that nature? And then the other thing is I want to see how far I can take it in terms of truly understanding the sentiment of content. Can it understand what I'm trying to convey and tell me what I need to like get rid of and be more sharpened in? So I have like checklists of like, here's what a post should have and here's what it shouldn't. So I've been using it. That's just to see like, I'm curious how far Claude can go like with content. And so I'm pushing it in that angle. And I would say another thing that I've been doing is I just put my sales calls in there and say like, what am I missing too? And that's just really helpful. So I'd say like those are like the 3 or 4 things that I probably use it for the most beyond looking at my own business. But like, yeah.
Have you used ChatGPT for thumbnails? For
No.
graphics?
No,
The new
but
updates.
Steph on my team has, and he said it's great, but I haven't touched it.
The new updates
Yeah.
made it super easy,
Yeah.
super legit.
Oh, it's just crazy. It's getting crazy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like with AI, where do you think this goes next couple years for sales reps?
So
I'm not even talking that long term. I'm talking like
no, it's like 3-4 years, if that, right? So that question actually is in here. So everyone's like, what do we do? Right? It's like, what do we do? So I said, look, like I've ran out posts on this, and my thoughts are continuously getting fleshed out on this. But if you really think about it, there are only 2 luxury skills that matter anymore in the hierarchy of everything, which is you become so good at understanding and mastering AI, you become the 0.001%. You get really good at connecting with yourself, human connection, and others. Now, if you break that down, you could say strategy, business management, cold calling, cold emailing, decision making. Those still fall under the 2 things I just said, right? Strategy, well, AI is going to be able to do strategy.
Yep.
You could literally type it up and give you a 5-year business plan faster than you could just sit there, you know? Cold calling. To a degree, you need to be good at connecting with humans in order to be good at cold calling, right? I don't think AI cold callers are going to ever get there, to be honest. That's just me, but we'll see.
No, I agree.
Right? Decision making. You're using AI and you're also using the human connection to make appropriate decisions. So any skill or thing you're thinking about comes down to those 2 at the top of the hierarchy. So then it becomes, okay, so what does that mean? So the first thing what it means is that everybody right now, you need to be solely focused on how do I truly understand the human nature and psychology? How do I truly connect with other humans? And 3, connect with yourself. Now, we both know this. How do you connect with yourself? You need to believe in God. You need to lock in. We know that. But this is not me going to preach at you all. I'm just telling you all like what is going to occur and happen.
Facts.
However you want to connect yourself is fine. This is what we believe to be true, right? However, if you don't have connection to self and human connection, you won't be able to use AI because you're going to amplify nothing. And I'm getting very scared for a lot of people that are only focused on AI and they're just going to become a shell of AI, right? They're going to become a shell of themselves and they're not going to be able to connect to anyone because they were never connected to themselves. And then you're amplifying again, nothing. So I tell people you need to really focus on connection, humans, relatability. That's all the things I'm focused on. All my coaches are focused on that. It is where I spend the most time. I do my walk. You know this, right? You get the voice notes. I walk God. Like I'm very locked in on that because that is where we're going. Inevitable. It doesn't really matter what you think. And so once you're connected to that, then you can use AI to amplify those thoughts because it's only a mirror of you. And if you have nothing, again, nothing occurs. That's my take on it.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to notice it with my buyers. Before they're about to sign an agreement, they're clearly putting it into Claude or ChatGPT and asking it, hey, ask 20 questions. Like, I know it's copy and pasted from AI, but you know, it's like, am I talking to you or am I talking to AI right now?
Right.
Like, what's going on?
Right.
And I feel like it is one of those things where that human element is like, I could respond back to your 20 questions via email, but I'm not going to. And I'm going to probably lose the deal or I have the chance of losing a deal. I'm going to respond back and say, these are great questions. Let's talk about this on a call. Do you have 15 minutes tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like, I still want that human element because I don't want to be a shell. I could feed it into AI myself and do an AI battle of like, say this, Claude, and send it back to them. But what is that really doing? Again, we're shells of ourselves, shells of AI.
That's
Like
it.
they're an AI buyer, I'm an AI seller. Like, no, like let's just jump on a call.
Yeah.
Let's go through this one by one. You probably didn't even know that you just copy and pasted that.
Yeah.
Like I guarantee you there's 2 questions in here that are really top of mind.
Exactly. Let's get to that. And it's important that when I say this, it's not forget AI, it's using both.
Yes.
You can't forget that because you will get cooked in that sense. And we just talked about
Dude.
using AI. So it's important.
Bro, if I could tell you, dude, it is really interesting because we're in the software world. And so we're always using new tech tools like,
Yeah.
VP of sales or, my CEO, he lives in San Francisco, like tech capital, like you're in the space. So-and-so is always saying, guys, use this tool. I know this
Yeah.
company who just built this.
Tap
And so,
in.
so we're always like, okay, we're super quick learners and we're so able to adapt to AI.
Yeah.
But then I'm talking to some other people who have no idea what I'm talking about,
They
dude.
don't even know.
I
They
showed-
just found out chat existed
Dude, they
last
just
week.
find out ChatGPT can do stuff. And like, and bro, I'm like, I'm honestly concerned.
I'm so concerned.
I'm like, there is a learning gap. And I feel like to learn AI and to use it to potential, said it yesterday in a team call, and I think it sounds harsh, but I think it's true. Is like,
Yeah.
you do have to be smart.
Demir.
You have to be smart
Yeah.
to be able to use these things. I think if you're not very, I don't know, if you don't have a high IQ,
Yeah.
like, or an EQ, emotional intelligence, you're not going to be able to leverage these things because you're going to be like, oh, it's too foreign. I don't know. I'm just going to have it make me memes or,
Yeah.
do something. Like AI can do so much more, but you have to challenge it by, again, being intellectual, pushing the limits with it.
Yeah.
And I'm showing people some of the stuff I'm doing and but then it just brings me back to, oh, I think I'm sometimes in a box where in the software space, we think everyone knows about what we're doing.
It's not even close. It's not even close. When I went to talk to energy provider, so they're going to buildings, they do assessments and audits, K-12 districts, like they're not in the technology all the time, and like they didn't know half the stuff in AI that was happening. Half the stuff on LinkedIn they didn't even know. It's just because like that's just not what they look at every single day. So many people don't even know this exists. And so that's why what I'm saying is so important. Don't lose yourself in the AI is what I tell people. Because I think too many people are rushing towards it and don't have a human connection or connection. So you're just going to be disconnected.
So, I mean, I think we could save a lot of this. 'Cause I think this video is so value packed for the sellers. I mean, what's kind of the message for the viewers to round us out?
I would encourage you all to find out what connection to self means to you. And I would really focus on, if you are an account executive or you are a sales leader and lead a team of sellers, to do these mini activation events. I promise y'all, like I'm working with people on this right now, and I guarantee you in the next 5 to 6 months, they will be the top producers and also well-known people in their industry because they're going to do this plan that I'm doing right now with them. So AEs 100% do that. SDRs tag with their AEs. If not, I would encourage you to get really good at human psychology and understanding human connection, connecting with your friends, and getting on the phone. I think those two are going to be massive for people moving forward. That's just what I'm hearing in the field.
Yeah, well said, man. And I'll also add, an element for the next episode for all you guys is just, I'm right there with you in some aspects. Software sales, been doing it for a while. Full cycle AE. I'm right there doing my sales, and I'm also a content creator, which is fun. I really love this content creation aspect of it because it is fun. And I think we forget sometimes, because we've been in the space for so long, is, oh, well, everyone knows it. Actually, they don't. There's people really,
it's a lot of,
people could take this and learn, and it's super valuable.
100%.
I mean, think about all the sellers across the world.
there's always new people entering it in, and there's always new information to learn. As I've learned from even this year from people. So there's always more to share.
Guys, it's been a pleasure having Morgan on. Subscribe. It's Morgan J. Ingram everywhere.
Morgan
right?
J. Ingram. Yeah. I keep it super simple.
Morgan J. Ingram everywhere. Sub to his YouTube, like, comment, LinkedIn.
Subscribe.
It's his main thing. Instagram, follow him there.
Morgan J. Ingram. Check me out.
But yeah, guys, this has been great. Follow for more and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet.